Good evening, judges. My name is Kaleb Koch.
And my name is Kyra Koch.
And we are the duo team of Koch. Now, before we get started, is it all right with the judges if we do remove our name tags?
Yes, please.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
All set? I, Willy Wonka, have decided to allow children to visit my factory this year. These lucky children will all be shown around personally by me.
Ding!
4 golden tickets have been printed on golden paper, and these golden tickets have been hidden underneath the ordinary wrapping paper of ordinary bars of chocolates. Good luck to you all, and happy hunting! Signed, Willy Wonka. Violet Beauregard.
A chewing gum enthusiast. Veruca
A
Sauce.
spoiled brat. Mike TV.
A TV fanatic. And Charlie Bucket. A poor but cheerful lad.
These 4 come together at the gates of Willy's Chocolate Factory after finding the 4 golden tickets.
They come expecting a normal tour of the factory, but receive much more than they bargained for.
This story teaches us that it really does pay to listen to those who know more than you do.
Proverbs 13:16 says, "Wise people think before they act. Fools don't, and even brag about their foolishness."
Restraint is an underrated attribute, but one that Charlie finds very helpful. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory
by Roald Dahl. Mr. Wonka was standing just inside the open gates of the factory. He had a black top hat on his head. He wore a tailcoat made of beautiful plum-colored velvet, and in one hand he carried a fine gold-topped walking cane.
Welcome, my little children, welcome. Will you please come forward, one at a time? Tell me your name and show me your golden ticket. Who is first? My name is Veruca Salt. Why, hello there, Veruca. I always thought that a Veruca was sort of a wart that you got on the sole of your foot.
The next 2 children, Violet Beauregard and Mike TV, came forward with their arms practically pumped off their shoulders by the energetic Mr. Wonka. And last of all, a small, nervous voice whispered, "Charlie Bucket?"
So you're the one who found your golden ticket only yesterday. Ah, good. Well, we're going to have so much fun today. But do follow me. We must get inside where it's nice and warm. Now I have to keep it warm inside because of my workers. They're used to an extremely hot climate.
But who are these workers?
They're Oompa Loompas. They love singing. Aren't they delightful? Anyway, off we go into the main corridor.
Then Mr. Wonka turned left, then left again, then right, then left, then right, then right, then left. Then all of a sudden Mr. Wonka stopped. In front of him on a shiny metal door it said,
The inventing room.
"Private keep out."
This is the most important room in the entire factory. However, I want no messing about when we go in. No touching, no meddling, and no tasting.
Mr. Wonka led the party over to a gigantic machine that stood in the very center of the inventing room. In a drawer, there lay something small and thin and gray. Suddenly, Violet Beauregard let out a yell of excitement. "Yes! Chewing gum!"
Right, you are.
I want the gum.
I would rather you didn't take it. You see, there's still 1 or 2 things I have to do.
Oh,
to
to
perfect
break
the
it with that.
Violet, stop. Violet, you're swelling up.
I feel most peculiar.
Frankly, I'm not surprised. Her body was swelling up and changing shape at such an alarming rate that within a minute she had turned into an enormous round blue ball.
A gigantic blueberry, in fact. Mr. Wonka clicked his fingers and Oompa Loompas appeared immediately at his side.
Take it to the juicing room at once.
The Oompa Loompas are starting to sing.
Dear friends, we surely all agree there's almost nothing worse to see than some repulsive little bum who's always chewing gum. So please believe us when we say that chewing gum will never pay. This sticky habit's bound to send the chewer to a sticky end. And that is why we'll try so hard to save Miss Violet Beauregard from suffering an equal fate. She's still quite young. It's not too late. That is what comes from chewing disgusting gum all day.
If you think gum is so disgusting, then why do you make it in your
Oh dear Mike, I wish you wouldn't mumble. I can't hear a word you're saying. Anyway, off we go again into the corridor.
Mr. Wonka scuttled across to the far end of the inventing room and went out through a small secret door.
The nut room.
It said on the next door they came to.
This is the most important room in the entire factory. You'll notice my squirrels.
100 squirrels were seated around high stools around a large table, each shelling walnuts. To speak.
I've decided that I want one of those squirrels. Mr. Wonka, get me one of those squirrels. Don't be silly, dear Veruca. You can't have those. They're all mine. Well, if you won't get me one, I'll get myself one. Right this very minute.
The moment she entered the room, 100 squirrels stopped what they were doing and turned to stare at her. She reached out her arms, but 25 of them caught hold of her right arm, 25 caught hold of her left arm, 25 caught hold of her right leg, and 24 caught hold of her left leg. The one remaining squirrel started tapping the girl's head with its knuckles.
Oh, they're testing her to see if she's a bad nut.
All of a sudden, the squirrels pulled Veruca to the ground and started dragging her across the nut room.
Oh my goodness. Looks like she is a bad nut after all.
Where are they taking her?
Down to where all the other bad nuts go. Down the rubbish chute. I suspect someone will catch her at the bottom.
The Oompa Loompas are starting to sing.
My dears, we think you might be wondering.
Is it really right that every single bit of blame
And all the scolding and the shame.
should fall upon Veruca's soul?
Is she the only one at fault? For though she's spoiled and dreadfully so, a girl can't spoil herself, you know.
Who spoiled her then?
Ah, who indeed?
They are
And this is very sad.
her loving parents. Mom.
And Dad. The children are disappearing like rats. However, you mustn't worry, they'll all come out in the wash.
I want to watch television. Isn't there a television room in all this lot?
Of course there's a television room. This is the television room. However, there's a lot of dangerous equipment inside, and you must not tamper with it.
But my TV was already off and running. He jumped straight for a switch, the
Right.
blinding flash. Then there was silence. Faintly first, but becoming clearer and clearer, a picture of my TV appeared on a TV screen. What? He's small.
Charlie, grab him.
Charlie picked the tiny figure of my TV out of the TV screen. He's completely unharmed. He's all in one piece, but he's certainly not more than an inch tall.
Small boys, you may notice, are extremely springy and elastic. Here's what we'll do. We'll put him in a machine I have for testing the stretchiness of chewing gum.
Mr. Wonka handed a full list of instructions to the Oompa Loompas, who were already beating their tiny drums up and down to the rhythm.
The most important thing we've learned, so far as children are concerned,
is never, never, never
let them near your television set. Or better still, just don't install the idiotic thing at all. It rots the senses in the head. It kills imagination dead. So please, oh please, we beg, we pray, go throw your TV set away, and in its place you can install a lovely bookshelf on the wall. No wonder what they'd ever seen in that ridiculous machine.
That nauseating, foul, unclean,
Repulsive television screen.
P.S. Regarding my TV, we very much regret that we shall simply have to wait and see if we can get him back his height. But if we can't,
It serves him right!
how many of the children are left now?
Mr. Wonka, there's only me left now.
There's only one left. But my dear boy, that means you've done it! So how I do congratulate you, it couldn't be better. Oh, how I love my chocolate factory. Do you love it too, Charlie?
I think it's the most wonderful place in the entire world.
I'm so happy to hear you say that. You see, my dear boy, I've decided to make a present of it to you. Once I get too old to run the place, the entire factory will become yours.
But why should you want to give your chocolate factory to me?
I'm getting old. Older than I look. I need a good, sensible, loving boy. One to whom I can tell all my precious candy-making secrets.
So that's why you sent out the golden tickets.
Exactly. Now we must go get your mother, father, and anyone else that's around. They can all live in the factory from now on. Thank you.